Alright, so Yoru got absolutely killed by Riot, and now it's absolutely dogged. That made me wonder, what agent is similar to Yoru that has two flashes and a tool that works somewhat like a clone? Well, it's Skye. And actually, she recently got a buff which brought back her flash cooldown, and that's why I'm going to be playing Skye to see if she could be the new Yoru. And oh boy, was this an interesting game. Watch till the end to find out, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, but only do so if you actually enjoyed the video. Let's begin. First game was on Bind, and we start off as the defenders, so maybe we could try out some pop flashes, but I'll save those for later. And actually, before the round starts, I noticed a little gap on the top of Fuka that I could maybe use to pop flash in the future. But anyways, I flash window, and not a soul was there. But at A, though I get a pick and another one, and we win the round there. On the very next round, I actually buy an outlaw, maybe hoping to get a pick on hookah if somebody peeks, and actually I should have thrown a flash there before I peeked, but nonetheless I got one on the Astra, and managed to actually get out in time before I get traded, and after that I quickly returned back to site, and shortly after, I used my dog to clear long, and there was nobody there, but we win the round in a little bit anyway.
You're done. Spike A.
Gun here.
This round, I contemplated going B or A, but eventually decided to go A to flash showers for info, and maybe for my team too. So I control the bird through showers, and someone's actually there,
Blinded.
but my team just kinda dies, and I try to get a pick by throwing a pop flash, and that didn't work out as planned, so now we are left in a 1v5, and our deadlock has a judge, so it's nice that she went to Lambs, because that's the only place the judge is good at. She does manage to somewhat damage the eco by getting 2, so that's nice. Finally onto a full buy, and I play on B again, wanting to flash for my jet, and actually flash my jet, accidentally, whoops, but I grabbed the orb and they went B, but since my whole team rotated to A, I wanted to stay B to see if there was any lurks, but nah, they went A, so yeah, and I rotated there, and I threw a high flash behind my team to try and flash the enemy without flashing the team, and it didn't get anyone, so I just go and peek showers, and get someone there, and shortly after I use my dog and spot the sage, so I peek her, but die.
Last player standing.
And my neon, what the hell was she even doing the whole time? Whatever. 2-2 now, the score is even, so I go B again. This time, I wanted to pop flash for myself, but once again, nobody was there, so I grabbed the orb and retreat. I'm taking A again, so I just ult to see where they are, but it didn't really help because the astral wall covered everyone anyway.
Found one. Reloading. Time to hunt.
And we lost this round. This round we are broke, after losing 3 rounds in a row, and since we're on bind, you know shotguns are really good here. So I just buy a bucket and sit on top of this box near the showers entrance, and I throw a flash through showers, but it doesn't tag anyone. And guess what? Of course they hit B when I'm at A, so now I have to retake with a bucky. But actually, I do manage to get a pick when I enter into site, and we get left into a 1v1 situation, which we do win the fight, but the spike had no time left, so we lost that round. Okay, the scores are starting to look really bad. Now they're leading by 2 rounds, and we have to catch up somehow, so I pop flash hookah, but nobody was there again, because they were 5 manning A. I got there in time to flood, but while we were retaking site, they just TP to B and left right open, so now we had to retake B. It was a 3v3 retake, so anything could happen, and actually by the time I got into site, I actually got my flashback, so I used it to pop flash the Astra, which manages to hop away, but time was ticking so I had to do something, and I got the Astra by dry shooting her, and the Skye outside, there was no time left, so I had to run. This round I actually managed to flash them, I only get 1 pick, but my jet just goes absolutely crazy and gets 2 right off the bat.
Party's over.
And eventually we win the round.
You had it coming.
And in the very next round, I flash 1 again, but while I'm playing anti-flash, and I kind of glitched really badly on the race, but my jet just carries there, and we were in a 4v3 which turned into a 3v2, and we had the spike, so we had every advantage, but it turns into a 2v2 and Raze just throws a grenade from A, so we know she's somewhere there. The ISO peeks long and gets our jet. The deadlock gets the trade, but Raze peeks and gets the deadlock. So basically, we lost an unlosable round right there, and that really sucks. So because of that round, I'm broke again. But the Jet actually gave me her gun because she wanted to ult. But anyways, they hit A and I ult to try and get info.
Seek them out. Found one.
This Astra smoke actually gave me space. They pop flash the enemy, they managed to tuck away, but they were trapped main, and the Raze just appears out of nowhere and gets my kill. But I do get the trade, but I also got shot from the back, and now Mix was left in a 1v4 and we obviously lost the round. Man, the scores are getting further and further away now. Now we're in a 4-round deficit and I really had to make a play to try and claw back the lead. I start off by jump peeking long and get ready to pop flash and
Blinded.
yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Our team was in a 3v5, after which I had no faith of them winning, but they managed to get into a 3v3 and even a 3v2.
Headshot.
But the enemy clutches and sadly we lose another round. Okay, it's looking really bad now. The enemies are already at 8 and we can't afford to lose another round. This time, I ordered the flash showers again for info. And you may be wondering, why am I flashing so early in the round? Well, that's because the flash only starts after you use one flash. So if I manage to use it early enough, I might be able to get a second flash before the round ends. Alright, enough yap. The enemy hits A and I dog lamps the info. And my flash is basically back, but I do a really dumb play by just peeking without using it, and I pay the price for doing that. And this Neon, what the hell is she even doing? God, watching this Neon really gives me an aneurysm. So we do end the half with 3-9, but maybe the 3-9 curse is real. If so, we better win this round, and while I plant the spike, it was a 2v4. But we managed to turn into a 2v1, and actually do in fact win this round.
Last one down. Heal up, squad.
Since we won pistol, there might actually be a chance for a comeback. Now they're broke, and we should win this round too. I start off the round by flashing hookah, and the Neon follows up with my flash really well, and after that I do dog and find the stage in that corner. And shortly after, Neon aces? What the hell, man? I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have called you out earlier. Next round, I do the same thing, flash hookah, but nobody was there, and something funny happened because the sage slowed hookah, which made me not able to jump high enough to jump over the ledge, and I just looked like an idiot trying to jump over the ledge. Anyways, we rotated to hit A, and we win this round pretty cleanly.
I told you I would not die today.
Next round, the score is now 6-9, and once again, I throw a flash into hookah for my Neon, which gets someone, and the Neon gets the pick, and we get put into a 5v3 with both sides. One managed to get a pick and elbow and actually gets my 2. The Astra is pretty clean with the sheriff it seems, but we still managed to win the round.
All enemies accounted for.
And in the very next round, I throw a flash into hookah once again,
Go.
but nobody was there this time, and it's skill up long. Before I dogged, I glad I peeked because there was a sage wall there, which would have made me waste my dog. And while I tried to get into sight, I got one and somehow I didn't die. I mean, I'm pretty lucky to not die there, but I TP and plant on A. Because lastly I was seen on B, and after I plant, I throw a flash to CT to try and scan. But maybe I shouldn't have done that, because I'm not getting back another flash. The last guy was seen around lamp, so I just waited in showers for a tap before I peeked, and I do in fact get a clean kill on the enemy Skye. Now the score is almost tied up, it's 8-9 now, and the comeback is definitely certain. Our team has all the momentum, and I do the same thing again. The Neon actually gets flashed this time accidentally, and our team floods into sight, and I got the plant down everything.
Spike planted.
And I do dog elbow. I saw the stage there, so I pop flash and get the stage.
Blinded.
The last 2 was spotted in CT when I jiggled there, so there was nobody flank. And I slowly scaled from elbow again and got a pick on the Skye.
Enemy remaining.
My jet
Last
stalled for
player
enough time
standing.
so the spike was undefusable and we win on time.
Blinded.
Finally, the score was tied again, 9-9. And this time, we actually hit A, and I threw a flash on showers for info.
Blinded.
I tapped the orb to try to get them to peek, and the dog managed to stun the enemy Skye. So we get a trade for a mix, and I plan open for the post plant, and I ult immediately after for info. But sadly, the Raze ult gets me, and our Neon is just at B by herself. Why is our duelist lurking? Oh my god, man, she's useless again. And our Jet gets put into a
Last player
1v1.
standing.
but we do lose this round, which gives the lead back to the enemy.
Clutch.
A didn't work last round, but we decided to hit A again for some reason, and the dog didn't really get much info, but we saw two backside. And yeah, we kinda all died there, so Deadlock was left in a 1v4, and that's not much to say I guess. She just gets spotted and dies. And the score is not something I'd like to say. If you see the score, then you know it's bad. Finally, we go back to what works, and I throw a flash hookah for my neon, and tags nobody, and I scale long, but the neon was too fast and then already entered the site by herself, so she falls there and we're all stuck at long behind a sage wall, and I just TP to get out there. But while I was taking the orb, thinking nobody was there, the enemy Skye just popped out of nowhere and gets me. Now the Deadlock's once again left to clutch, but in a 1v5 this time, so I think we all know what happened. Match point now, no more chances. We have to win these 3 rounds to push it to OT if we want a chance to win this. I do my usual flash up hookah and tag nobody, and as our team scales long, I see Raze in backside. She throws a nade which forces us to retreat, but our whole team already rotated to A, which was perfect, because there was only one inside and we get the whole side, so they are forced to play a 4v4 retake. But it becomes a 2v2, and eventually a 2v1, those looking good. But the last one alive was their Sage, which means they could revive someone and the Neon just falls. They push her Deadlock, and she falls too, which sadly means we lose this game.
Defenders win.
So yeah, that was me playing Skye to see whether she would be a better replacement over Yoru. And overall, I think she definitely has the potential to be the new Yoru, and I do feel like she is stronger than Yoru in the current state, since Yoru only has 1 flash, while she has 2, and even her flash is rechargeable. Not only that, her flashes are also really flexible, and her dog is just much better than the clone, though the downside is that it costs more. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.